Hi, Paul Hefty here with Triangle O Football System. I want to talk about how we're going to handle an odd 34 versus a TNT 52. We'll specifically look at power and then pass pro adjustments. The key here with both of them, you have 7 defenders in the box, but again, you'll see the difference with the TNT is we turn one of those backers into a 5th defensive lineman. All right, first let's look at A-gap power versus a 34 odd front. So here's the upper right-hand corner. What you're going to see with the front is we kick the backers towards the call and we kick the line away from the call. So the Sam backer is what a lot of people would call this rush end to the right-hand side. We're going to make him our read key, and we're going to go ahead then and use our hit principle technique with our H back, where H goes inside and double teams with the tackle. If you want, you can go big there and let him block the read key and the tackle goes solo, but we still are going to read that and go. Again, now you get the double team with the center and the play side guard comboing back to the will, and the backside guard still pulling up through. So here it is as a diagram. Again, we're going to treat the Sam as that defender on the line of scrimmage standing up in a 2-point, and then the backside becomes a rush end even though he's standing up. So we'll just go ahead and use our hit call and go. Still reading the Sam. If the Sam comes straight up field, it is not a pull read. It can be a give read because he's taken himself out of the play. For pass pro now, it's classic half man slide protection. What we're going to get there here though is, again, versus an odd. If we're looking at a diagram to the right versus a 34 odd, the right tackle is going to be big on big. He's not going to fan out because the Sam is going to be part of the double check by the running back. The back will check the Mike to the Sam to that side. Then your guard, center guard, tackle are all going to slide back in zone principles, taking the rush end, the D tackle, the will, and the nose guard wherever they go. Key here is we like to use a 2-out call with this by the backside tackle and guard, alerting them that they're going to have to slide and fan back. And then we do with the center and guard what we call a slow slide by the center, because he's going to hold up that nose guard, but his eyes are going to be ready for the will blitzing, and a fast slide by the play side guard to get set up on that nose guard in case he's got to go solo on him. Here's a look at it now, full diagram. This would be an ace left or duo left with a Giants Lisa. Lisa meaning we're sliding. Okay, the protection call is to the left now. So that puts the left tackle big and the right guard, or left guard, center, right guard, right tackle are going to slide away from the call to the right since it's a Lisa left call. The back will double check inside out, Mike to the Sam after his fake. If we go to a TNT front and we treat this as the bottom right, now that stand-up defender to the play side on the line of scrimmage off the edge, we are going to call him a rush end, and there is no Sam at all because we know he's coming all the way, and we've got guard, center, guard all covered in a TNT. Key here is make 34 odd the base call, and then whenever you see a TNT, the center and the quarterback need to yell out that recognition, TNT, TNT, and now we're going to treat that as a rush end here. Now the H will take him solo because the line all have to block back on those TNT sets. Now the quarterback, his read key becomes the will because there is no Sam. Here it is, full diagram. Again, the key to this is we're going to think we got a 34 odd, but all of a sudden the center starts saying TNT. It's real simple. He's covered and he sees both guards are covered. So now it's TNT. The center says TNT. Then he has recognized that to the H, you're going to go big on big. They're all going to block back. And my read key becomes the will because there is no Sam. He becomes a rush end. In our pass pro, we'll go down here to the bottom since there is no Sam. Now we're going to go ahead, instead of slide this protection again, center calls TNT, TNT, Quarterback does the same. Now he's telling the back it's TNT. That's going to put everybody on the line big on big. So those tackles will fan out to those rush ends, and the guard center guard just cover the D lineman right over them. Now the back is going to still check inside out, but he's going to check Mike play side to the Will backside with this. Double checking because there is no Sam. All right, here it is as a diagram. We've called it a Giants Lisa, so we've set the protection to the left, but the center calls out TNT. Quarterback repeats it to the back, TNT, and now we have no Sam. We have 5 defensive linemen, so our 5-0 line will block big on big, and the back checks Mike to Will inside out. The key here with these odd fronts is we want to treat it as a 34 odd, where the Sam backer is that strong type of rush defender off the edge to the call side, and we'll kick the front away. But when we see a TNT, then we make that the exception in the adjustment. The center's got to call that out, but it's pretty simple to see. He's covered and both guards are covered. And then the quarterback repeats that TNT call, and we make the adjustments to both pass pro and our inside gap RPOs, reading the will. Thanks.